The year is 2003, and your public school science teacher has just rolled out a giant CRT TV in front of the entire class. And you don't know it yet, but this is about to be the best day of the entire semester, and it's because you're about to watch Bill Nye the Science Guy. And the reason that almost every kid had this experience, whether it be in public, private, or even homeschool, is because Bill Nye was a production of PBS, the public broadcasting service. And its content was so purely educational that you had very public people like then Vice President Al Gore here come on and teach kids about newfangled technology. And here he's actually describing the internet. So I thought, okay, if I want to teach my kid about the newest technology, say cryptocurrency, which is actually more prevalent today than the internet was when this episode aired in 1997, I might turn to the public broadcasting service for that. So this kind of got me thinking, and I sought out PBS content that would describe blockchain, Web3, public ledgers, and I found a show that I thought would do a great job of explaining this. 2 Cents, PBS Digital Studios production. Let's check it out.
Trapped in cyberspace limbo, inaccessible to anyone ever. Bummer.
Bitcoin's not highly regulated, and that's made it the go-to currency for, shall we say, less than savory activities. Drugs, prostitution, and other black market items are regularly paid for in Bitcoins because of the pseudo-anonymity it provides. According to a study at the University of Sydney, nearly half of all Bitcoin transactions are used for illegal activities.
Important to know that the study he's referencing has been highly criticized because it overgeneralizes patterns on the network to attribute illicit activity and only tests up until 2017. An MIT study that came soon after tests up until 2019 and says Bitcoin illicit activity is only 2%. And Jonathan Levin of Chainalysis, who works with DEA, FBI, IRS, has testified before Congress that all cryptocurrency transactions have an illicit activity rate of sub 2%. Kinda weird. Let's skip ahead.
Well, most people are interested in Bitcoin not as a currency, but as a speculative investment. Just like gold, tulips, or beanie babies, any resource that fluctuates wildly in price will attract people who want to get rich quick, and some people do.
There's a difference between Beanie Babies and gold. Remember that PBS is a taxpayer-funded network, and for contrast, let's go back and check out 1995 PBS.
You see, Bill, we read from top to bottom, so this moves from bottom to top. And this mirror up here turns it around. It's how people on TV know what to say.
Oh, so people like newscasters can take the information into their brains and say it right back out without really quite understanding what they're saying.
One, Mario Lopez hasn't aged at all. Two, see how straightforward and objective that information was?
Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. It's a pure gamble, hoping that you could buy the thing from one sucker and sell it to an even bigger sucker for more money.
And even though the number of Bitcoin
Barcodes get converted into names and prices. Each dark bar is like a switch.
maybe someday we'll be using cryptocurrency to rent hoverboards on Mars. But today, its popularity is based more on its potential than its practicality. Unless you're an international criminal, in which case...
It seems that there has been a blurring of the line between fact and opinion from 95 to current day PBS. And just to make sure I'm getting the full range of content, I checked out Be Smart, another science-y production from PBS.
Ledger of who has what is only updated after a bunch of computers compete to solve really hard math puzzles designed to make sure that no one has messed around with the records. It's a new money technology without a middleman, which has some advantages for certain things, and it also helps if you don't happen to trust your government. But it...
Hi, Mr. Vice President. What are you working on?
Hi, Bill. Actually, I'm watching a lightning storm on Jupiter.
Oh, there's no telescope or anything. You're just sitting in your office.
Right? I'm using the power of the internet to access the World Wide Web on my laptop computer. where I can see the luminous electric discharge in Jupiter's atmosphere that produces lightning.
No talk of potentially dangerous strangers on the internet or black markets or illicit pictures. Just pure excitement and education. And to the contrary, the episode actually featured a lot of kids who were learning how to code and put together websites. And really the question is, was PBS naive then, or are they naive now?